Welcome to the courtroom where family, feelings, and a few forgotten tickets all collide. Today's story isn't just about parking violations. It's about one very real family, some hilarious excuses, and a judge with more patience than most. Buckle up as we follow Teresa, her brother Billy, and their forgetful but lovable mom through a courtroom roller coaster. The old wooden double doors of the Providence Municipal Court creaked open, and in walked Teresa. She was in her early 30s, dressed in a sensible navy blouse and pressed slacks, holding a neatly folded envelope. The morning sunlight streamed through the tall courthouse windows, casting golden streaks across the worn floors. Her posture was firm, but her eyes scanned the room nervously. She was here for one parking ticket, or so she thought. Judge Harold Bennett, known for his compassionate wit and razor-sharp instincts, was already seated behind the bench, sipping coffee from a large ceramic mug with "Be nice or leave" scrawled across it in fading blue ink. The courtroom was mostly quiet, a few other attendees waiting their turn, and a soft rustling of papers echoed from the court clerk's desk. "Teresa?" the clerk called. Her name sounded official, almost heavier than usual. She stepped forward. Judge Bennett looked up with a warm, slightly amused smile. "Good morning, Teresa. You're here for a single parking ticket, is that right?" Before Teresa could respond, a voice from the side chimed in. "She just got one ticket," said Billy, her younger brother, standing beside her with crossed arms and a sheepish grin. The judge raised an eyebrow and leaned forward, his interest clearly piqued. Ah, the supportive brother. Or perhaps a co-defendant? Laughter rippled lightly through the room. Teresa turned and shot Billy a look. "Seriously? What? I'm just saying. You're not the criminal here." Judge Bennett chuckled. "Under the bus. Just like that, huh? Family loyalty at its finest." Inspector Quinn, the city prosecutor, shuffled his papers and smirked. "This might take longer than expected." Judge Bennett tapped his pen, his tone neutral but curious. "All right, first, let's take a look at your record, Teresa. According to what we have here, there's a red light violation on Allens Avenue and Terminal Street." Teresa nodded slowly, a bit embarrassed. "Yeah, that one's mine." The judge tilted his head. "Care to tell me what happened?" Before Teresa could answer, Billy leaned in and whispered, just loud enough for everyone to hear. "On her way to her girlfriend's house." Teresa's head snapped toward him. "Billy!" she hissed, mortified. Judge Bennett leaned back in his chair, clearly savoring the moment. "Girlfriend called you in a panic? Get here now, I miss you?" Teresa's face turned redder than the light she had run. "She said she missed me. I was rushing. Honestly, it was stupid. My fault." The judge stroked his chin thoughtfully. "Inspector Quinn, you remember what that felt like?" Quinn gave a deadpan reply. "Used to. Now it's, take your time, don't come home." The courtroom erupted in laughter. Teresa smiled awkwardly, but the tension in the room eased just a little. So the judge continued, "Red light violation. That's one. Now, 2 school zone violations in May. Explain?" Teresa straightened. "I was helping my mom get her house ready to sell. A lot of back and forth, packing, cleaning, and moving stuff. I wasn't paying close enough attention to the time. But it's my fault, not hers." Judge Bennett tilted his head. "Not your mom's fault? Interesting, because earlier it was your girlfriend's." Billy chuckled. "I told you, she's forgetful, but she owns up to stuff." "So, the case of the missing ticket," Judge Bennett mused. "Billy, do you believe her?" Billy nodded without hesitation. "She forgets things sometimes, but she's responsible." Judge Bennett repeated with a grin. "Responsible and forgetful, a rare combo. Like a speeding sloth." The courtroom broke into more laughter. Teresa couldn't help but grin. Judge Bennett continued. "Now let's talk about Eddy Street, another expired meter. That one yours too?" Billy took a step forward. "No, that one's our mom's." "Ah, so now we're bringing in Mom. Is she here?" Teresa laughed. "She's probably at home cleaning, or cooking, or doing laundry, or everything." Judge Bennett leaned forward with a playful grin. "Let me guess, she does the cooking, the laundry, the cleaning. Billy, what do you do, besides throwing your sister under the bus?" Billy shrugged. "I drive her around sometimes." The judge raised both brows. And get tickets for her? No, that's her job. Inspector Quinn chuckled. Equal ticket distribution across the family. This family has a system, Judge Bennett said. A messy one, but still a system. He tapped the paperwork again. So Mom's ticket has tripled from $25 to $75. What do we do about that? Billy looked into the judge's eyes. Give her a break, please. Why? The judge asked. Because she probably lost the ticket like Teresa did, and she might have been picking me up from school that day. Oh, the judge said, feigning shock. So now it's your fault? Billy shrugged. Maybe. The courtroom was lighthearted, the laughter good-natured, the atmosphere charged with humility and humor. Judge Bennett closed the folder and leaned back. Well, you're all very human, forgetful, honest, a little reckless, but caring. That counts. Let's take a closer look at these fees. The gavel didn't fall that morning. Not yet. But the courtroom had already delivered something better than judgment. Understanding.